different words, like, you are a splendid speaker. You are a terrific speaker. You are a powerful speaker. You are a strong speaker. You are a fascinating speaker. You are an excellent speaker. I'm not just saying you are a good speaker. Not so strong. So go into my recommendation would be go into your Google, and I know you're Googling all the time. We all do. This is our life. Use colorful, illuminating, inspiring adjectives to your nouns. To your nouns. That young man is good looking. That young man is a very handsome man. Handsome is stronger than good looking. So your adjectives really make the emphasis of your message so much stronger. So that's one. Added to that is the adverb. Right, then I'll give you an example. You speak well. Well is actually an adjective, but emphasize it more strongly. You speak wonderfully. You speak beautifully. You speak profoundly. You speak strongly. Adjectives are generally ending in ly. And adjectives are used adverbs here, wonderfully, beautifully, profoundly, powerfully, strongly. Adverbs here are always attached to the verb of the sentence. Adjectives are always attached to the noun or the object of the sentence. So that's the difference. So I'm going to repeat that. Adverbs add to the verb. She speaks, she goes, she runs. Adjectives describe and go along with the noun or the object of the sentence. If you consciously use adjectives and adverbs, you are going to stand out from the rest of the speakers. So I'm just going to recap here, because I'm talking a lot with you. The diction, ending the words. So we hear every single letter. We're hearing also the pauses. We are hearing the commas and the full stops, and maybe the question mark. We breathe. We breathe as we speak. It's stronger. We don't race our words because sometimes we don't hear them all. We need to hear every single word. And the adjectives and the adverbs will color your sentence. Never use the word nice. It's very boring. It's a better word for nice. Terrific, splendid, wonderful, superb, enjoyable. Those sort of words, always dump the word nice. Now, away from your speeches tonight, I'd like to make sure that you always use strong language. So if I asked number 5, I don't know his name yet, but if I ask number 5, will you speak again tomorrow? And he says to me, maybe, perhaps, possibly, I might be able to do that, yes. It's very soft. So perhaps, possibly, maybe, don't use those words. Will you, number 5, speak tomorrow? Yes, Penny, I will. What time would you like me to speak? Nothing like maybe, nothing like possibly. Maybe I might be able to. Very soft, very weak language. So make sure that you're very concrete in your language when you are asked a question. Now, some of you are using amazing, amazing words. You're using words like symphony, transforming. You're using kindness, forgiveness. Please always keep those words. That word symphony, it's such a strong word. Symphony is music, a symphony, orchestra playing. And we can almost, and this is a good word for you to use, we orchestrate the competition this evening. We don't just do the competition this evening. We don't just have a go at competition. We orchestrate the delivery of the symphony of speeches. This is colorful, colorful, strong English language. You are also using, you may not even know, you are also using rhetorical devices. And I will give you one example of many. We struggle together. We stand up together. Together, together, together. Rhetorical device, repetition, emphasis. It is called anaphora. It's called anaphora. It's repetitive, it's emphasis. Keep doing that. Now, other rhetorical devices, such as alliteration. I'll give you some, I'm doing this ad lib now because I haven't seen you before, but I'll give you some examples of another emphasis. This evening, you are illuminating and inspiring and intelligent. You are all illuminating, inspiring, and intelligent. The I, every single word there, that is an alliteration. It's very powerful. So use that, use that. I was in Toastmasters not so long ago, and I listened to one speaker. She was Indian. She was early 20s. She was absolutely beautiful. She had a very long plait, and she stood up very, very strongly in front of all of us. And her topic of her speech was about her father. There were 3 children. And she said, she didn't even know she used an anaphora. When we were growing up, my father was a beautiful man. When we were growing up, my father was lonely for his children because we were at school. We were out to play. My father was always waiting at the door to welcome us from school. My father, anaphora. And it's a rhetorical device, and it's emphasis, it's repetition, and is very, very strong. And this young girl didn't even know she was doing it. I don't think you realize that you're using advanced rhetorical devices. So, so good. Now, I'll give you another rhetorical device. This is a simile. She is as good as gold. She is as good as gold. It's a comparison. As good as something. And if you use a simile like that, it's very, very powerful. So use that as well. Use that as well. Similes, the rhetorical devices are where you bring out your English language as you pause, as you use your diction very, very distinctively, and as you use your adjectives, and as you use your adverbs, and as you use your strong language, never saying perhaps, maybe, possibly, I might be able to do, because that's very, very soft. So that's, I've given you quite a lot of stuff there. So, you know, so, and it would be very wrong of me to overwhelm too much. Finally, I would say when you speak on camera, you need to be animated. This is theatre. This is theatre. This is drama. So some of you at the moment, because you're very young, are just sort of speaking and just delivering. Use some animation, some facial expression, some strong gesticulation, some strong, let's go up to make the points. And then finally say, yes, please, ladies and gentlemen, remember to be kind. So you're up and you're down. You're indentating your language. Question time, question time. Anybody fire some questions if you like. I'm very happy to help you all.
Thank you very much. It was really very enlightening and entertaining as well, because your style is so attractive. It was very entertaining, enlightening, and informative. Will you please give us some tips how to enhance our vocabulary of English language?
Yes, I would. I will. You go to YouTube a lot.
Yes.
And look at some very don't go to the silly stuff. Don't go to the comedy, the humor stuff. Listen to some very good speeches that are polished, The other thing that I do every single morning, it sounds a bit English, but it's awfully good, is I put on BBC Radio. And the way that these people speak is very good. You can pick up some great words, and sometimes I pick up a word that a presenter on the radio is saying, oh, I misuse that word. I misuse that word. The other day, one of the presenters on BBC says, that person is unstoppable in his career. I thought, unstoppable. Use it. So BBC is very, very good. Listen to it. Even listen as you're having your breakfast with your parents, going to school, or even if you catch a bus and you want to plug in, go to BBC World. It's everywhere. It's listen. Don't watch the television for BBC. BBC World. You can hear news. It's great news. It's great commentary, and it's great English. And the other thing is, I would go to YouTube and I would be very selective and I would listen very hard and take notes to emulate the language. The other thing, of course, is read. Read. Read books. Read good books. I used to work for a boss, and he said to me, or said to the group, he said, I read a good book once a month, a business book. And his language, he's in his 70s now, his language is fabulous because he reads. He reads. It's easy not to read anymore. This is the problem. It's easy not to read anymore because we're in a digital era. But go to the library. It sounds old-fashioned, but go to the library. It's free. And go with your mum, go with your brother, go with your sister, and pick out good quality English books. That will also help you as well. When I was a child, my mum made sure that I was going to the library a lot. I would read a comic because I loved comics, and I'd hide my little comic in the corner so mummy didn't see me, but that's no good. It's silly stuff. Read a good book. Now, I'm not suggesting that you read very heavy stuff like Dickens and Shakespeare. It's hard. It depends on your English that you're taught in school. But read good books as you grow, like Dickens, like David Copperfield, Jane Austen. They're very old-fashioned books. But the language, the vocabulary is so, so good. So my answer there, threefold. BBC, every single morning, don't listen to pop music. Go into YouTube, find some very good, selectively, very good presenters of English. And thirdly, read. Read.
Thank you.
And get excited when you go to your English class at school. Keep putting your hand up, saying, oh, I want to know that word. What does that mean? If you're eager, and you all are eager, you will learn so much from your English teacher. Those are the 3 tips there, really.
Thank you very much. It is really quite helpful.